Hey, ladies, gentlemen, germs, germets, stuff like that. I'm gonna keep this brief, and I'm not gonna put any more effort in than the actual developers did. So, sorry that this doesn't have pros and cons, but considering how disgusted I am at it, I don't think I would have done an actual full-length video anyways. Alright. I just finished playing some Battlefield 2042. It was god awful trash. I'm actually disgusted and horrified that they could even release something this. I try not to cuss as often as I can, but god awful shit game. I honestly feel like this is probably the worst game released this year. Yeah. Basically, if you're someone who is a big, huge, hardcore mega fan of Battlefield 2042, I'd love to know when you sold your soul and for how little. Uh, this game is crap. It's not very stable. On top of not being very stable, it is, how to put it gently, a really dog shit grind. And has actually got worse matchmaking than COD. No, really. Worse matchmaking than COD. Somehow. The real problem here is that not only is it got god awful, horrible matchmaking, but it also doesn't help that there's another thing that only makes that problem worse. You want to unlock a gun? Well, congratulations. You'll be going from a level 11 to level 14, 14 to 18, and it keeps expanding on that as you go. Eventually, it's like 4, 5, 6 levels every single time just to unlock a gun. And then you have to remember that there's a sniper rifle in the game that can literally go from the farthest end of the map on one team's side to the farthest end of the map on the other team's side. How do I know? I got killed by that guy and was constantly trying to get around that guy, considering he was able to cover the entire length of the field. Let's also add in other issues of there's really no way to ever have cover. There is no cover. Why? Well, because people can shoot through everything and anything, even if it shouldn't be possible. Even if it's not part of the destructible terrain feature in the game, there's plenty of areas where that doesn't matter. Everything can be shot through because that's a glitch. The game is wildly unstable. The game can be laggy. The game also has next to no offering whatsoever. Why the F should you play this game, you might be thinking. And that's the common sense answer. That's the normal answer. And I have no answer for you. Neither does the game. Because they couldn't be bothered to make anything. There's 2 modes. You spent $60 for a game that has 2 modes. You want to play solo or with some buddies? Guess what? And you don't want to be playing with other people? Well, guess what? 2 modes. That's it. I'm trying to be as nice as I can. I'm trying to keep this as short as I can. But God, is that difficult because it is easily, to me, it is easily the worst game released all year. Easily the worst. I would rather go back to playing Pokemon Unite every single freaking week. That, if you've watched my last video I made of Pokemon Unite, if you watch the review, you know that that's speaking volumes, and you know that that's not a good sign. This game is easily the worst Battlefield game I think I've ever played. It is not a good game, and you should, if you see someone who's about to purchase it, you should do them a kindness and smack the disc out of their hands and use it as it's supposed to be used. A coaster. That I can't think of any other purpose to have this game. I honestly feel bad for anyone who bought it, and I honestly feel that tons of people deserve refunds. It's that bad with that little to offer. It is a horrible game, and I pity my boss who actually freaking pre-ordered it. I can't stress enough. I feel bad for him because he basically pre-ordered probably the worst Battlefield game ever with the least amount to offer it. The only saving grace is he's working so often that he doesn't get to play it. I never thought that would be a blessing in disguise, but in this case, for this specific game, it is. Ugh. To anyone who's watching this video because they thought it would be happy, cheery, or at least attempt to be neutral, yeah, the game itself shot that plan nice and hard. So, yeah. And no, in case you're curious, the update did not help much. It was still buggy to an extent. I mean, it wasn't crashy, I guess, is an upside. I guess. I almost think I would have rathered it crashed, which kind of disgusts me. I can already see the green getting up in my face because of how disgusted I am by this game. That's great. If you're out there, if you're watching this and you're someone who wasn't sure, you were on the fence, my advice is, if you have fond memories of Battlefield, don't play it. Because all it's going to do is make you very sad. In my case, sad and nauseous. Because now you know that the odds of this franchise getting better is not happening. There's no point in getting your hopes up for future Battlefield games because they're only going to get worse and worse. For crying out loud, this is actually far infinitely worse than COD Cold War or COD Vanguard. Those have more on offer than this game does. And they're charging the same prices. So why go with Battlefield when it offers nothing? Nothing and then nothing. I was going to think about doing an actual full-length review. I think I'd rather jump off a bridge head first, though. So, yeah, I'm not reviewing this game. And I'm also not going to play it anymore. You cannot pay me to do it. There is not enough money in all the sultans. I just can't do it. This game is horrible. It was disaster, disgusting, and I am disgusted. As should hardcore fans. In fact, they should be feeling worse off than I am. They should be feeling more pissed, more disgusted. To the people who wind up asking for refunds, I hope you get yours. I really do. And I think this is a sign that developers, pretty much everyone who had the word lead in their title, kind of just need to be fired. Or we might be able to save the lead. We might be able to save the artist. We might be able to save some lead artists. But literally almost everybody else just needs to be fired. They did horribly. They screwed this project. They actually managed to put enough dirt onto DICE to a point where I'm not sure I want to play a Battlefield ever again. I'm not saying a lot because I actually loved Battlefield Bad Company. I loved that game. But this is easily the worst Battlefield game and the one Battlefield game that makes me say enough. I just can't do it anymore. I'm disgusted and I'm now sad. Great job. Great job. Yeah. Hopefully, it won't happen. Let's be realistic. The games are never going to get better at this rate. Not if this game succeeds. Not if they make money off this. They'll never improve. It's not going to be a good game ever. It's just going to be dog shite more and more and more every year now. So yeah, that's depressing, disgusting, and I hate that fact. I will see you all some other day. See you all next week, hopefully. Hopefully. I might be busy for all I know. See ya.